All right, there we go. Ain't nothing happened, my brother. We all good. We good and we live. Everything is recording and everything and whatnot. We are officially on. I'm just because I got my phone uh up here also, so I'm trying to make sure everything is straight on this on the YouTube scene.
Sure. So,
Uh,
hi, baby. Metaphysics and music back in effect. One more time.
yes, sir. Uh, First of all, hey man, I got nothing but love for you brothers, man. Uh, got brother Theo in the house, in the building. Got brother Jonathan in the house, in the building. Really don't know where brother D Mosier or brother DJ, but they spirit is in the house and is in the building with us right now. Um, Nothing but love, for you brothers and whatnot. And man, um. I feel real good about this one and everything. We just like to welcome the people once again back to the show and everything. Centuries of beatboxing, man. Um, this is gonna be one of them ones where a lot of information is about to come out that I'm pretty sure some people have heard about, and some people have probably have not heard anything about and whatnot. But before we get going with anything, is there anything you brothers want to say, to the people or whatnot? You know how y'all feel or anything like that.
Man, I'm just, grateful and blessed to be alive as always. I'm grateful to all the viewers for coming through and watching, supporting the channel and whatnot. That's really it, just want to give gratitude.
Ashay.
Shay. And I'm just thankful and grateful as well. And hope we are putting something out there that you, the audience, enjoy and can actually be enlightened and uplifted by. So thank you for joining. Thank you for listening, liking, subscribing. We appreciate your support. Peace.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, on my end, I'm truly grateful. No, number one, for all you brothers, for participating and coming through and dropping information and knowledge, as well. Because even though it might seem like some of us are teaching and whatnot. I know personally I am still a student of learning and absorbing all of this knowledge and all of this information and whatnot and something that I did brother Jonathan myself was talking about was about well I said to him, everybody that's a part of this, everybody has their own vibration, and with everybody having their own vibration, everybody is in their own particular lane. And um and a lot of times, when you get a lot of people together and whatnot, them vibrations, depending on the individuals and everything, they do not come together. It's almost like a kind of like a a typhoon, a hurricane. You get them waves. They start clashing with one another, and the outcome don't be good. And then sometimes you have pleasant rainstorms. That come together, and actually it's a beautiful thing. That can heal, not just you, but he'll also, daughter Earth or mother Earth as well. So I'm truly grateful for you brothers and everything. To the people, I salute to all of y'all for checking the show out, for listening, and taking time out. You know, like I said, to hear what we talking about and everything. That's a beautiful thing, right there. I gotta give a shout out to Corey, the engineer. Went to the studio, recorded some stuff and everything. So shout out to him. I want to get it right. I want to say 382 or threading the needle productions. So anybody that's out here in Chattanooga, y'all want to check them out, go to them. Actually, you know, record some stuff and whatnot. Just send me an email and I'll shoot y'all that information to that brother, and y'all can go ahead and go hit him up and get it in and make your thing happen and whatnot. So without further ado, centuries of beatboxing. Um, I don't know who actually wants to go first on this one. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna read something out the gate. I wound up finding an article that was online. So with this being said, I do not take credit for anything that I'm gonna read off. I'm not gonna read the whole entire article verbatim and whatnot. I am gonna skip over some stuff. But this article is in it's called humanbeatbox.com. Words by Tati and Deficient. So shout out to Tati and Deficient. Now, these brothers actually go into it in well, these people, because I don't know if they're brothers or not, but they go into this introduction of beatboxing. And out the gate, one thing that I definitely know about, and pretty much everybody knows about, is when it comes to beatboxing, you have people like your Dougie Fresh, then you have your Biz Markie and whatnot, and they pretty much like in the 80s. Can't forget about the Fat Boys also. It's other artists that was out there back in the 80s, you know, that was actually doing their thing and whatnot on the beatbox scene. And when they was doing it to the average person that never ever, and I mean ever heard it a day of a life in their life, they probably thought it was something different, unique, special. And in so many words, it was and it is different, unique, and special. But gotta go back. And when I say gotta go back, I'm talking about we gotta go back in music wise. Uh One of the things that a lot of people don't know is matter of fact, before we even jump in to that right there, beatboxing was actually going on in the I think they might have called it like the 20s and the 30s era, where they had the actual bebop music. Um, a lot of that music, it might have been probably about four or five different singers, and they was actually boom 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 boom. Then somebody else would come in and boom 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 boom. That was a form of beatboxing right there. So that's been going on since then. And then even before then, you had a lot of your jazz musicians with the music that they was making and that they was putting out as well. So the whole thing of beatboxing has been going on so far, quote unquote, from what some people have think and believe, you know, since the 20s and the 30s. But it actually has been going on in India, because a lot of the pre-Indian music is beatboxing. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of the beats are based upon a 4 beat pattern and whatnot. Then you of course you got your Africans in your African tribes and whatnot. The beatboxing was going on, with them brothers and with them sisters and everything, within them tribes and everything, especially when it came to a lot of their chants and a lot of their ritual dancing and stuff like that. See, now we're actually talking about people that was getting involved and doing beatboxing, but also the women, they was in so many words, they was twerking or they was dancing. You know what I'm saying? So you had some of the men that was doing their thing with the beatboxing and actually getting the beat and getting the rhythm going and getting the vibration ready and getting it set. And the women, they was just feeling it, taking it on, and boom, they started doing their thing and whatnot. And now you have this big beautiful explosion that's going on and everything. Some other information that I did run across was from the original people from Australia, the Coppertone brothers and sisters that always have been over there. One of the main things that I did find out, dealing with the brothers and sisters from Australia, is their pre-language was a precursor to beatboxing. Now, when I ran across that and I found that information, it totally blew my mind whatsoever, because it took me into a visualization of, if I want to communicate with Brother Jonathan. Now we're talking right now, but if we was back then, and if I want to communicate with Brother Jonathan, I gotta actually and then the brother, he has to understand exactly what I just said. And then he got to spit something back at me in response. And then I got to understand. And then whatever the mission is, whatever we got to do, you know what I mean? Whatever the line of communication is and whatnot, it's like, boom, that now we get it. Now, hey, that if that means that was the call, or the calling, for us to go out in the field, go hunting, or the enemy's coming, or whatever the case might be. You know what I'm saying? But it just blew my mind. Just like, wow, like they literally was walking around beatboxing and whatnot. And it's like, man, it was like, that's crazy. And that's like, I want just a stupid kind of question, but like, man, could the people nowadays, could they walk around and could they do that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe some could and some can, and maybe some cannot. But just finding that information, it just made me so excited and whatnot. I was like, wow, I was like, this is some real deep shit, right here and whatnot.
Yeah. Now I think that's interesting too, because you basically saying that beatboxing is a language in and of itself, which is, I think that's extremely powerful. And I'm a student here too. I'm just sitting here listening, trying to, absorb what you're talking about. But my understanding of beatboxing is like that was our voice is our first instrument, you know. And I actually noticed one artist on, I think I follow him on Instagram. His name is Kamo or something. But
Hmm.
he does like a lot of his beats with just strictly his voice. I thought that was so powerful because before we even had all this technology and all these production making items, we had to use our voice to make music. And that was it. You
Yeah.
feel me? Um, a lot of people you could make an instrument. But even in that regard, you know, a lot of people, they have that ability to mimic the sounds of the instrument with their voice, you know,
Right.
with beatboxing. So, you know, I think that's very interesting and it's very powerful. You know, I'll be seeing some people on social media nowadays that like just do crazy stuff with their voice, you know, all types of stuff. And it's kind of insane. But yeah, that's really my understanding on beatboxing. And you know, for like somebody who's like a broke artist who want to make music, you feel me? You know, you really don't got no excuse because you
Yeah.
got the voice. You
Yeah.
feel me? You can make music with your voice solely. So, you know, I would definitely like try to explore that idea and try to get into that, especially if you can't afford beats and all that stuff like that, you know, you still
Well,
got your
well,
God given voice, you feel me?
you know, I'm gonna throw something out there to you and also to everybody else. Um, a lot of producers, and you probably should probably already know this, but a lot of producers, some of them will start off with a bass line, and then they'll start working, you know, what instruments to add in, you know, on top of the bass line and whatnot. Now, I've always had a crazy idea of actually doing making a beat, but start the bass line off with beatboxing and then
Mm,
other stuff on top of it and whatnot. You know, so I know it can be done. Like I said, you know, you got Dougie Fresh, Biz Marquee, the Fat Boys, you know, back then, and then even the artists that's still doing it now, because a lot of people don't even know, man, bro, they got actual beatboxing contests going on. And these brothers and sisters, they're like winning like some serious cash, you know, actually beatboxing. And then it was a movie back in the day, a comedy movie. I think it was called Police Academy. I think that's the name of it. But they had a brother in there. I think his name might have been Radio. But man, this dude, he was making all kinds of noises with his. I'm talking about sirens and everything. And man, it was like you know as a youngster, you know, and seeing somebody, you know, actually up there, you know, doing something like that. It's like, wow. It's like you're really making these kinds of noises and mimicking animals, you know, because
hmm
that's another talent also, that you know we can kind of talk about also. You know, we've been mimicking animals for a long time, bro, for a long time, especially when it comes to the sounds and
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I agree with you on that. As far as music, again, before we even had instruments, we had voice, and the voices were used to make melody. They were also used to make the beats. And even like you saying, going into the 20s and 30s, you still had the mix of live instruments, but also people using their voice inflection to create sound, beats, melodies, music, and then of course lyrics. Even going back to the real ancient times, the original instrument was the vocals and also drums. And they also used to institute drum beats with the vocals. Like you're saying, back in the African times and just way back then, you did communicate through sound vibration. And beatbox is just another extension of what our ancestors used to do with sound. And it's a beautiful thing, and especially when we talk about nature, because nature is also making music. I'm out here in nature right now, and I'm listening to all different types of sounds, and they can translate into music. It just depends on what what the person actually receives and what they can actually interpret and make it out to be. But Yeah, beatboxing been around for a very long time, even long before it became mainstream. But some
Yeah.
of the great, man, like you just said, Dougie Fresh, Biz Marquis, uh, 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 um, uh, Fat Boys. The Fat Boys was the dope. Was man, Fat Boys was it, man. Uh, them dudes used to rock the house. Also, Timberland. It's a
Okay.
lot of great artists that brought that that art form into a category which was like rap. A lot of people think that this is where beatbox originated, but it's not. It came way back from the ancients. But it's a beautiful art form and it's well received even till today. It's not so much prevalent as it was back then, but it's an art form all in its own lane. And when we mix that with music, using technology or music with instruments. Say, for instance, like not necessarily beatboxing, but think about the sounds that George Benson used to make playing his guitar,
Yeah.
and being able to match your voice inflection to the actual melodies of music. Same way with drums. People match drum beats with beatboxing beats, and it take it to a whole new level. But with all the technology that we have now, man, even thinking about bringing beatbox back live, bringing it to now, that would be really something that I think people can vibrate on. People that really appreciate music. But yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, man, because just kind of I'm gonna say, a lot of the new artists that kind of want to separate their self from the pack and be like in their own lane, man. Only thing you need is experiment, especially
right.
when it come to that beatboxing. Matter of fact, I got one for y'all because everybody don't think that they experience beatboxing, but either you was in middle school or you was in high school and you was in lunch cafeteria and somebody, it didn't matter who it was, somebody in that cafeteria was on that table and they was doing do. Then you might have a brother that might he one beating on the table, but then you got the other one, he now you got brother Theo that's coming out the woodworks and he's like, yo, woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like going back, like, man, I don't know, my brother. Rap was at a good spot and a good time.
For sure.
When all of that was going on and everything, especially this whole thing of quote unquote conscious rap music, but I didn't really know that they called it conscious rap music at that time. I thought it was just rap, and as my daddy used to say to me, he was like, "No, son, they're actually talking about real life shit. What's going on in the community, and they're trying to inform other people of what's going on and about the community and whatnot. Even when it comes to the vocals and whatnot, that was one thing I did forget to mention. Going back to the medieval times also, they was using using their voice, as well, to do certain songs and certain hymns and everything. So this whole history and centuries of beatboxing, man, this it's almost like when you kind of think about when well, as the Bible says, everything was dark. It was no light. And then, God said, let there be light. And it's like I kind of have to assume and kind of believe, let there be light. That's a that's a beat right there. And with that, now you got do 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 do. Even when it comes to our avatar, in our hearts, it's a beat with our hearts out as well. Um, some people, man, I kind of hate to say this one, but it's this the truth. But some people, before they ascend, their heart rate does accelerate, and then it drops and come all the way down. And the only way how I know about that is because of my mother-in-law and also my uncle and whatnot. And heart rate went up, and it came back down. And it was kind of crazy because when you think about that heart accelerating and that and then but everything was still you know what I'm saying, on a vibration, on that beat and whatnot. And man, I just love beatboxing, man. I love the art. I love the culture. I mean, I really don't look at it as a culture or anything because I'm like we're still in the time of age of beatboxing. It's like everything that we do is a vibration. It's like just everybody just don't realize that though. Yeah, everybody don't realize that.
That's very true. I'm gonna chime in. I'm moving around a little bit, so y'all just bear with me. I'm out here gonna do some grounding and go and feel some vibration with Mother Earth and the animals out here. But you're absolutely right, bro. Think about it. Your heart is a beat. That heart is the beatbox. If you got a heart, you can feel the beat. And if you have any ounce of music appreciation, you probably can appreciate beatboxing as well. So that heartbeat, yeah, man, that's like the heartbeat of music, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, it
A
is.
rhythm, a rhythm. And that's all drum beats are is rhythms, you know, and cadence, rhythm and cadence. And our heart beats to a rhythm and it has a cadence as well. So does life. Um, if you can, again, if you are a true connoisseur or you really appreciate music, you can appreciate the art form of beatboxing. I know I do. And again, it's been around for long before it came to the forefront. But it's a beautiful art form, beautiful art form.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good old beatboxing. I really haven't heard too many of the new upcoming beatboxers and whatnot, but I know they out there.
That's a
And
baby voice. It's mama's.
because like I said, I definitely have been paying attention on Instagram threads and whatnot. I've been finding some real low key good artists that's on Instagram threads. So brother Jonathan, you might want to go ahead and check that one out, my brother. It's some good ones on there. I've been finding some real good producers as well. And oh man, uh, I found one brother that's on there. He's an Indian brother, but only thing he do, and this gonna trip y'all out. But see, I understand now what Brother Theo has said when he said about it don't matter what country. you are in. If your soul feels the music, then you just gonna go with it. But this brother that I found on Instagram threads, he's an Indian. The brother be crip walking, he be pop locking. Every West Coast dance that you can think of, the brother, he's a master at it. I mean a straight master at it. And the beats that he's playing, it's on some beatboxing shit. You know, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, man, I'm like, this dude is like really doing, doing this thing and whatnot. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. Just to understand and realize, what we this point in time of era that we are involved in right now, man, it don't got nothing to do with color, whatsoever. If it's all about, your soul. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? It's all about your soul. Do your soul resonate with it? You know what I mean? Do if it don't, then it just don't. It is what it is, as they say.
I was listening to
Yeah.
this one guy doing a little research and rolling through. I was listening to a lot of great um, current current artists, but I ran across this guy named Eclipse. Dope. I want to just play a little something right now. Is that all right?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
for it.
Check this brother out. I might not hear, but I'm on the rap right now. Before we get on down, but one. Keep saying in my brain. So it's bad.
Yeah, I could barely hear that.
You can barely hear it?
Yeah, I hear it coming in and out, but I can't hear it fully.
Okay. My bad.
Are
I'm
you
a,
all
I'm a,
good?
yeah, I'm out because I'm out and about in the wind, probably carrying the sound.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I
This
was
dude,
thinking.
man, this dude, his name is Eclipse, Eklips, and he's pretty dope, man. And as well, he's one of many artists, bro. It's a lot of talented beatboxers, and that craft is something that you have to really practice to get to a certain level of artistry. But these guys put a lot of work into what they do, man. So
Hmm.
it's definitely a respected art form by me for sure.
Yeah.
That makes two of us, man. Cause uh, you know, you figure when these dudes, they might have to do like a 30-minute set, and you talking about 30 minutes, you on stage and you just going at it. A lot of people, hell, the ordinary man and woman, they struggle within the first 5 minutes trying to get up there on that stage and trying to perform. Because their wind ain't up under them and whatnot. And man, that's why I said, the ones that's out here doing it now, it's like, man, I salute y'all. Like for real, for real. You do know that it's involved. If I'm correct, I do believe it might be involved in the Olympics also, with beatboxing.
I feel like I heard something about that too. I think it's gonna be coming in the next Olympics. I don't know if it was in this one, but
Now they had the break dancing.
oh Lord,
Ah,
don't get me started. Hey,
yeah, they had the break dancing and you know, I don't know, man, because for what I seen, I said, damn, I said that's breakdancing.
yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think the whole Olympics was kind of messed up just because of the location it was in. I don't think it was really prepared. So, I mean, hey, big up to her. You know, she came out. She did what she did. You know, all the other break
Yeah,
dances. But you know,
yeah. Hey man, the internet the internet ain't been nice to her.
oh
You
yeah, they
for
screw.
for everything, because I've been, man, I seen one video, man, and Caucasian sister, and she was like, she did that. She was like, I could do that too. And they started doing it. And I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, I ain't right, man. It was like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, ain't right, so you know, um I hope they get it together. Especially what would really be dope, and I wouldn't care if they take this idea, but this is a banging idea. If you gonna have breakdancing, have a beatboxer right there also, where now that breakdancer, he or she, they're not doing a quote unquote a routine. They got a freestyle. And however they freestyle is, it's gonna be based off of the beatboxer. And then the beatboxer, he or she, they have to vibe off the breakdancer. And basically everybody got a vibe off of one another. And
mm,
like it's like you either gonna make it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be like a real, good idea if they would do something like that and whatnot.
yeah. That would be interesting. It's just, and that's also kind of testing your synchronization skills because it's like if you can't sync up to the beat or whatever's going on, you feel me, you ain't gonna make it. But yeah, that'd be a challenge in and of itself.
Hey, if they can make it happen, my brother, they deserve the gold medal.
Hmm, for sure.
Because
Yeah,
that's like even with matter of fact, all new artists, if y'all watching or listening, if you want to practice, your skills and whatnot, start practicing off some beatboxing mixtapes. Because that will put you number one in the trance. Number two, after you in that trance, you're gonna have to figure out how you gonna ride this beat. Are you gonna be offset when it come to riding the beat, or are you gonna be basically when that snare come in, or are you gonna ride that, or you gonna ride that bass line, or however you gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? But I think and feel, like I said, new upcoming artists. Hey, y'all need to start checking out, a lot of these artists that do the beatboxing, and see if you can spit, off of what they spitting off of, and whatnot, and you can hang with them. Okay, now you're starting to understand, and you're starting to get this whole thing of hip hop or rap music or whatever you choose to call it.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This is good practice too, you feel me? And I was sitting here thinking earlier, like, man, imagine if we ain't have no voice box or even like ears to listen to music, like, this world would be bland. You feel me? That takes out like a lot of the creativity that we have down here. And that's how you know this is a really divine vessel. You feel me? Because if we ain't have those two things, you know, I don't know, it wouldn't be as colorful of a world as it is today. Let's just say that. You know, I just wanted to make that point because, me personally, when I found music, you feel me, I found love per se. Because, you know, I don't know, just something about that music kind of just clicked with me. You feel me? And it's like you don't even really notice when you're in love until like you're doing it for a while. It's like, I really love doing it. You feel me? Um, but yeah, definitely, you know, I want to encourage people to utilize their voice. You feel me? To express themselves. And like even if you're not doing that, you feel me? Indulge. Everybody indulge in music, to be honest, just listening to it. But I think it's just an amazing craft to learn, understand, and master. You feel me? You know?
Yeah, it's
Absolutely, 1000% agree. I have a question. Would you rather live in this world without colors, or would you rather live in this world without music? That's something for everybody to ponder on. Me, my answer is hands down. I would rather live without colors because
Yeah,
music
yeah,
can make everything colorful. Again, music is a universal language. You don't have to speak the same ethnic language as someone, but it's a vibration and a frequency. And when someone hears something that resonates with them, you feel feel it in their body. They gotta move. You gotta move, and that's a form of communication in itself, body language.
mm,
And the music absorb bodies absorb music, and thus we can get on that frequency and we speak that same language. It's a universal language, no doubt. So thinking about that, if I had, even if I didn't have, we're talking about beatboxing and being able to create sound through your voice, throat chakra, beats, because beats even come from the heart. And that's a spiritual thing. Music is very spiritual. We can create sound even if we didn't have going back to the ancients, even when we didn't have musical instruments, they made music. And that made everything colorful. No music,
yeah,
no life, for sure, for me. But we can always create music. We can always create melody. And you don't even have to have ears. No, I'm not saying you don't have to ears. Sometimes there are people that are actually deaf for that term that they call people deaf that cannot hear, that can actually feel music.
yeah.
mm-hmm.
My oldest son, he's deaf and mute. So, but the thing about him that I can say you're absolutely right, my brother. He feels vibrations. Like
Mm,
if he can take his hand, if something like if we got like a good stereo system in the house and that beat is like like really really hidden, he can take his hand and put it on either the towards the speaker or on the ground, and he'll feel that vibration, and the first thing that he'll do, he'll look up at us and he'll start pointing to his ear, and
Mm,
that's letting us know he can hear it.
you hear it. That's dope,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
you know what I
That's dope.
mean? Like he can hear it. You know what I'm saying? So you absolutely right. And to add on to what the question. What up, brother D Mosier? How you doing, my brother?
I just got up in this thing, and then what y'all were talking about, I'm just like, oh wait, that's very similar to where I was pulling up and all. Where I was trying my best to get like, oh, I was just doing the girl, get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So like, How y'all brothers doing? My apology. I just tried to sneak on in here. You know what I mean?
You doing good, man. We doing good. We
Yeah,
doing good. Everybody doing good, man.
Man,
Everybody
for
doing
sure.
good.
man,
I say,
I say. But nah, what you were saying, because I remember pulling this up one time before. It's a person named Ben Underwood. Ben Underwood, he's a melanated brother. On YouTube, you might can look it up. It's called Ben Underwood Miracle. I was trying to remember what it was. But he was blind, but he maneuvered through clicking.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And literally you could look at that, he can tell where he was walking. Like he walking down the street. Like he'll see something like, well, he don't see, but like I guess it's almost like echo communication almost, or he'll walk around something like bro, like running through the house and like hooping.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, and I remember seeing that. You know what I mean? I was trying to remember that last time and all, but when I just tuned right in when you saying that, it's just like the first thing. So first I'm like, man, I'm gonna get in here and see what's going on and everything else. How long y'all been about in here, man?
Uh,
In an hour, right?
yeah, about 410 or so.
You said 14. Oh, okay, I got you. I got
Well, about 310. Y'all time. You still in Tennessee
Yeah.
or you back in H
you.
Town?
Yeah, I've got all type of little different things. I'm packing up the car again. I found like one of my old server computer machines where I produced on. It was like $2,500. Like, man, I got to take that with me too. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of little stuff. So like, yeah, I'm still here, but I'm gonna be. I'm coming back. Hey, I helped out enough. I done treated a lot of little people here as much as possible. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, you know what I mean? So like, it's all
Yeah.
good. I'm grateful. You know what I mean?
I gotta get back to what you was talking about, brother Theo, with the division, well, the color.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got to remember when it do come to the color it's a vibration with it anyway. So
Mhm.
it's the music that our eyes are taking in, and then it converts into uh green, blue, red. Or based upon whatever that vibration is at that time. So you absolutely right, my brother. I mean, it's hell. I guess it's just fair to say, shit. We can't nobody live without music, man, or beats or vibrations.
In line
Fact,
now.
Mm.
facts. I just want to chime in and say yes, music is actually a light color spectrum in all its own. Music actually creates color. I did this one time. I did this exercise for the Kundalini, diaphragmatic breath exercise, and the lights were all off. Everything was off, bro. And I got this from some people that I was following related to Billy Carson. So I got into this one little exercise, this little course, a little group, and I did this exercise. But I also did it a second time with Dr. B's, being instructed under Dr. B, one of Dr. B's videos and one of his workshops. Man, doing this exercise, doing that diaphragmatic breath, clenching your butt cheeks, squeezing that pinealine oil down your spine, back up into your cerebellum and up into your brain. I turned the lights were all off, bro, and my eyes were closed. I started seeing light color spectrums running all through my brain. Even when I opened my eyes, I was seeing colors. The
Mm.
music, the vibration, the exercise created colors that I wasn't necessarily looking at through my eyes. It was an amazing experience that I had with that, bro. Music is color,
Yeah.
but I can't live without music. Um, thinking about people that are deaf and some mute, they can still feel that vibration, just like you're talking about. They can make sounds to create their pathways to see. So even without the actual vision, they still get the vibration of light. If we could see or if we cannot see color, and if everything was still in black and white, it will still be beautiful as long as we got music, because we can create the color in our minds, bro.
You definitely right, brother. You definitely right. It could go so far ahead of it, man. It's like I remember, and I'm trying to remember the lady. I think she was from Sweden or something. She was a violinist. She actually plays and she sees the color of what she plays. I remember it too. I forgot there's an actual term with it, but every time she hit a certain note and how she played it, whether it was like crescendo, you know what I mean, and everything else, she could see the color on what it resonated it, how she played it. And I thought, man, that's amazing. You know what I mean? That is so you were right, brother. It's so much to even go into. Music is everything, every single thing. Like when we listen to it, even in nature. Um, I was listening to the beatboxing aspect on it too, and it's a lot of creativity too, especially with the frequencies and all. But I remember coming across this and even brought it to Pops. He brought this up for me. I remembered it. I don't know if you remember this, Jonathan. Do y'all remember the comedian Michael Winslow?
I do.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the one that did sound effects with all his voice.
Ain't that's the one that was in the police academy movie.
Police Academy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was
Mhm.
just telling them about.
yeah,
Me growing up watching like what he was doing, I was like, yo, like, did he just do that? I mean, like he was off the hook with it.
yeah. He did like some little tones and rhythms, but like he it resonated so much in what he did with everything, with just every single sound effect. You know what I mean? Like, and I think he was a ventriloquist as well, so he could throw his voice and everything. But like, bro would just do his voice sound like he on the intercom and sound like a truck motor and all type of little stuff on how, and I'm like, that's crazy. So that it kind of brought me back to like some people, the Mongolian, how they would do the throat singing and everything is in the different tones and all. So it all resonates in certain particular ways, and it's just amazing in general, man. That ain't nothing but like a piece of candy to me. Like you seeing what this is, and over here and everything, and over there, it's still the same thing, but it's beautiful. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. We go through a whole lifetime trying to find out everything, but that's the beauty of it all. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
brother D Mosier, I know I had brought up um the original Australians. I think one of the African tribes that I found might have been the Intu. I think it well, I know it's definitely more than just them. Is there any other different cultures or different tribes that you might have ran across?
I'm gonna be honest, because there's a lot of them that have. Because I mean, even I saw a lot of them. They even do water drumming while they're actually singing in a tonal. Like literally, you can type up water drumming. They're making beats off of the actual water and sounding good too when you get past the splash and everything. But I know the Zulus. I know people in Congo, Rwanda. I can't remember the name, so please forgive me. But they have their own custom of tones and singing, dancing too. They do that all together in custom. So it's also in West Africa. Yoruba, Niger, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. It's everything is culture. So it's man, but that kind of got me on that end because I'm wanting to remember because I've heard so much of it. It's the names that go with it, and what it means and all. So
And then I don't want none of our tribes to feel missed out here
yeah,
in the Americans.
yeah.
And well, I ain't gonna say Americans, I'm gonna say Turtle Island. All right. You got the Chickasaws, the Choctaws. I know on this part of Tennessee, I think it's the Blackfoots. You got this the brothers down there in Florida. Well, it's a lot of them in Florida. You got the Cherokees. You got the Creek. I mean, we can go on and on and on, and then even going down there, towards what's the one they called, said that tribe was crazy, because they said they was sacrificing people and taking hearts out of them and whatnot. The God dang it. Not the Amazon. Well, you got the Amazon people. They was doing their thing also. That I want to say the Incas. I think I might be right. The Incas down there. So this whole thing of beatboxing, this is way bigger. And bigger and deeper than what people like really want to recognize. You know, I, bro, I told brother Theo and I told brother Jonathan, just imagine back then, me and you, I you the medicine man, all right. So I'm hurt. And we can't talk the way that we talk. So the only way that we can communicate, I got to come up to you and you look at me and you say,
that's normally like, because you can tell that just even a simple aspect. You can tell from congestion. If you can tell if they've got a lot of mass inflammation, if they got extra amount of fluids in their lungs. I mean, you can tell these things. Especially from the hearing, and then you'll accompany the other things from the sight, face mapping, from the smell, and so all these things work as a collective together. But you are definitely right. You are definitely right. You can definitely tell, man, from a sound and stuff. You know what I mean? Man, you okay? Yeah, it's been a long night. Well, with you, I had them prior questions, and you kind of already can tell some things what's going on. You know what I mean? So you're definitely right, brother.
yeah, man. Centuries of beatboxing, man. This is definitely a good one, and everything, my brother. Like I said, I really do appreciate all of y'all, for coming through, tuning in, and sharing, the information and the knowledge, that you brothers bring to the table. Because just like the Fat Boys, you know, you could tell a Fat Boy beat versus a Biz Marquee. It,
Yeah.
it was like totally different vibration. Fat Boys versus them and whatnot. But man, just thinking about it. Especially when the Fat Boys had they did that movie. I think what was it, Disorderlies or something like that. And I forgot the one because I think he was the first brother of the group that passed away. And he was the main one that was doing all the beats, but he was talking about he was hungry. He was actually making a beat, talking about he hungry and what he was gonna eat and everything. That shit was crazy. So anybody ain't never ever seen that movie, man. That mug is a classic. Go get it, watch it. Even the Police Academy. Like I said, it's comedy and everything. But that brother that you was just talking about with throwing his voice and everything, man, that
He's
man,
incredible.
yes,
Incredible. Yeah.
yes.
Hey, another. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, go ahead,
No,
brother.
no.
My apologies.
Just, no apology necessary. Just another quick, a quick nugget. Jailhouse. Been there, done that, but the jailhouse, and is a place where there are lots of beatbox artists. Them brothers get on them chairs and them tables, and they get little pencils. Matter of fact, the Fat Boys sing about a song in jail without no bail. Remember that song?
Yep.
That was one of the funkiest ones. I don't really like the subject matter, but it's a funky track. But thinking about that, also talking about another cool artists that I happen to like. Well, you know, it is what it is. Like him, love him, whatever. Sugar Free.
Yeah.
Sugar Free came out with that one beat that he was doing inside the jail. He made that beat in jail with a guy who beating on the table and the pencil. I think he did that. It wasn't necessarily a beatbox, but it was still making a beat with something other than an instrument. But yeah, man, in jail, there are lots of guys that are talented and they can beatbox their ass off, make some music. They ain't got nothing else to do, sitting up in them cells. They be coming up with all kind of creative beats and ideas and flows. I
Yeah,
just wanted to say that. Shout out to the brothers that need to be free. Hope they all get released one day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I say. Everything that you said is true. When you sit to yourself, you ain't really got no choice. You know, the creativity, you'll get ideas from all different aspects. Going back and thinking about it, I remember plenty of times, like, just say if the power went out from weather, and you already know Tennessee tornadoes and everything else when usually.
Yeah.
But I remember a few times power be out and I'll be sitting there and I get a whole bunch of candles and I remember just sitting there and then not to mention when you can't charge up your phone, then you just stuck. And then if it's nighttime, you can't read. So you just sitting there. You ain't got no choice but to sit there. You got no choice but to think. So you'll try to write out some ideas and stuff, but then it always comes back to music. If it ain't something that you've heard, it's something that you coming up with. And that's what I did a lot of my tunes with. I'm just, I'll just come up with some stuff. If I'm not, or I'm just singing something, I'm just making up some things. But you left with yourself and nothing but your thoughts and time. But in realism and reality, everything is always borrowed and repackaged, whether we know it or not. Beatboxing, because when you mentioned the Fat Boys, I was thinking, the first thing I thought somebody was going to bring up the human beatbox. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. But this has been going on for ages, for thousands of years. Music, everything is nothing new under the sun. So everything has always been, it comes back around. It's just put in the perspective for the person that's delivering it, so to speak, in my view. So it's that expression. And we're always tuning in, because music is creation. And that's one of the big things. So I'm always open to listen, just to tune in, because it resonates a certain way. It does, especially if it touches your spirit. You know what I mean? The tone, the vibration, and not to mention the intention that's behind it. So that's what I wanted to put there just now, because right now I got so much stuff racing at the moment. I don't even know which one to even put out right now. Just to say.
Hey, just let it go and let it flow, man. It'll work itself out.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm. It's because there's music. There's some people that I remember from Ethiopia, and a few other little different people. And I even played some, if you remember, brother, as well. Night, I can't even remember his name. You know what I mean? The tribe that he was from.
You know what? He's the rapper. The rapper you talking about? You ain't talking about the deaf dude, are you?
He was one of them. I don't know. I don't tune in to him a little bit more. I think he can hear a smidgen or something. You know what I mean? Because I know you can edit some stuff, but I'm like, I went and tuned in some interviews, and somebody was talking to him. Okay, hold up, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all monopolizing off of this situation. Nah, but it still works in where it vibrates a certain particular way, man. It's when it comes to the tone, music, and just how it's delivered. I can say that, man. But I will add this. When you mentioned it about the Fat Boys, and like everybody knows Biggie, not Biggie, oh Lord, forgive me.
Biz Markie.
Biz Markie. I'm tripping. You know what I mean? He had a particular style, but I'm gonna tell you this. there are certain cultures, and not going against certain cultures, that have really been working hard to replicate them sounds. Like there's some people in Korea, you know, that I came across and I've been put on as well by family. And I'm like, wait a minute. And they skinny as all get out. Like, how y'all doing this? So they like working toward it. But I feel like it's, for some people, they're just trying to replicate a sound instead of just feeling. You know what I mean? Just feeling where you at in that particular time. Because you can pull some stuff out of you. You know, that's what makes you unique. But yeah, but ultimately, wow, you finna say something, brother?
For me?
Yeah, I thought you did because I saw the little light pop up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I do want to say that, like, you know, I agree with what you're saying, because the mere fact that, you know, all creativity does really and truly come from within, that's real. Because I think even in one of my songs, I said, what did I say? I basically said that, you know, education is about drawing stuff out. So why I feel like they just stuffing this in, you feel me? And that's, you know, that kind of goes into music as well. Because it's like, if you really think about it, everything, like you said, is drawn out of you. Creativity is drawn out of you. You can get inspiration from external, but you feel me? It still comes from within. You feel me? I just wanted to, you know, kind of chime in on that.
Shay, you are right. It's anybody that's a musician, and I know y'all guys know this as well. You bring a particular style, you know, to the table. You know, as long as everybody resonate, plays, and key, but that's that groove. You know what I mean? First time I like tuned into a lot of different bass players. I'm just used to seeing one style. Then you had some brothers that out there that they playing slap bass. Then you got people that playing tap or they arpeggiate, you know, and that's just built off of them, you know what I mean, of who they are. And especially when you come together like in a band or even in beatboxing, there's some brothers out there that can harmonize with all of this too, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, and that was something that I brought up. The article that I ran across, they went back to the 20s and the 30s,
Mhm.
and they was talking about it might have been like about 5 or 6 of them in a singing group, and then one boot 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 boot. Then you got another one. He boot doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
Then you got another one. He adding this in, and then next thing you know, they just all coming together and singing all in harmony and whatnot. Like wow, like man, that's what I said, man. Like this like really goes back, further than what people really want to realize and everything. Because and I really do sincerely believe, this beatboxing or vibrations got to be the first language, man. It has to. And if it's not the first language, it got to be in the top five. That has to.
To chime in on that as well, when you're talking about acapella singing, and someone always holding a rhythm or holding, or like when they're singing acapella, they're singing together in a harmony, but then there's somebody they're holding different notes. One is singing baritone, one singing bass, one is singing the other notes, whatever they may be, but everybody's on a different note, but they still in harmony. And then there's someone that's always holding the bass down, or the bass vibration. And then you can see in a lot of those old acapella songs, you can hear beatboxing in those too. And I'm gonna say this too, it is very spiritual. I'm gonna say people that have it, and our people that resonate with music and have that spiritual connection with music, they do it naturally.
Yes, sir.
It's a natural thing. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. You ain't lying. It definitely is natural. 100%. It And by the way, brother Theo, it's beautiful out there. That sun shining, man. It's gloomy where we at. So
All right, well, get on back, bro. Get on back and enjoy the sunshine. It's a beautiful thing, man. Got
I,
everybody love the sunshine, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I always say. But it made me think about that by someone named Mr. Clay Drayton. Shouts out to Mr. Clay Drayton, writer at Motown. Jackson 5, Diana Ross, David Ruffin, and all. But it always came where people resonated with each other, and they did it in their unique self. Like I remember he was breaking it down because we usually like make a tune first and everybody jump on top of it. Like, no. Somebody writes the song first. They write the song first, and they wait till they're in a particular mode when they write the song. Because see, when you write the song, it's always going to be in a different rhythm. You know how most people, they'll play in a particular style, but some people might be stuck to a style. So when a person writes it, it's a particular way. And so that's going to get everybody else to adjust to that, and they always bring new elements that's into it. And that's why things was always different. But that's on that style on how Motown wrote. But I thought that was extremely creative that everybody's bringing their own sauce, to the whole pot. I'll just say the gumbo pot. You know what I mean? And it made me think about a drumming circle that I attended one time. I didn't know nothing about it. I was kind of terrified, you know what I mean, on the low. So but whole circle of everybody had drums, and what it was, the lady that instructed her, shouts out to her, she just said, just play a tune.
Mm-hmm.
All right, play any tune. So it don't matter what you do. So the first guy, he was like, and some other person was like, so when you having like doom, 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 the other person, doom, 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 doom. So I was like, I'm just doing some stuff, but all of it resonated, and I ain't gonna lie, the energy got strong in there. I'm like, oh man. I was, and then the women, they were on a lot of percussion instruments, and we were just doing our own thing, but we were staying in line with each other, and the vibrations, and I ain't gonna lie, boy, you can feel that in every single section of the body, boy, from the root all the way up. I thought that was a moment I remember to this day. You know what I mean? So, but just to piggyback off of what y'all was saying, brother, you're 100% right.
Yeah, I brought that up also, man, about how the brothers, they was in charge of, getting that beat going. And then it was like it was something that might have moved the women. And now, in this term, now the women's out there twerking or dancing and whatnot. But everybody is in sync, and it all started on that beat. Got going on that beat, and everybody started to vibe off of that beat, and everything. And that's like even people back in the day when you used to go to church. That one particular church song, it seemed like it would get the whole church, and quote unquote, everybody got the Holy Spirit down. And now you got the women, they up there. Then you got,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then,
Yeah.
then you got the ones on the drum. Just, just into it. And, and it's like, man, that's a beautiful thing, my brother. And that's something that I feel like, as a community, that's something that we need to do more of. And I know some brothers and sisters, they probably be a little nervous or a little, or whatnot, and probably even think or feel, some kind of way about quote unquote doing stuff like that. But I think that's something that as a community, that's what we need to start tapping into a little bit more and everything. Get that power, get that juice, You know, I mean, cause it's coming to us all the time. You know, it's like, yo, do you want it or not?
Yeah, exactly. When coming together to it and you know, removing the nervousness and the thing that divides and certain stigmas and like understanding where the root of it is, you can get back to some beautiful things. I like when you had mentioned the twerking, like now it's just about showing like just say some particular female just showing what they got just to go ahead and attract a man. But I can tell you this just brought this back to me. Um, I remember talking with a few people. I remember somebody I talked with that was years ago. She was from Cape Verde. They have a dance called the Batugu. And I looked at it like they was like throbbing their hips, you know what I mean? And I was just like, but I noticed it was elderly women doing it too. Now nothing against that. So I was curious about it, and they said, no, it's a thing of releasing. You know, then years ago, I didn't understand what that was with releasing. And some said release pain. But I also saw other cultures, you know, would do that too. That was a way of some people, some cultures, I can't say which ones, they would do that to exercise certain things, not just their diaphragm, but just to release certain stagnated energies in certain particular areas. You know what I mean? And the vaginal area, ovary areas. So I noticed that because there are some yoga dances and also exercises that you can do, leg opener, hip openers. I speak on that to some brothers that for instance, that have prostate issues. You know what I mean? You can do certain things where you can get on the ground and in particular to open your legs up or even move things with your hips because that works with circulation, you know, to the prostate. Or you can do Kegel exercises where you're like flexing, you know. And the more I started looking at that, because you just brought it up, it was things to keep you healthy. You know, it was also cultural, but those things was done for a reason, not just showing like, hey, come here, let me go and pull somebody because they thirsty. You know what I mean? So it just made it bring back up. So it's like everything goes back to, you know, the original things of it, you know what I mean? Instead of being distorted later on down the line, which we're kind of in the fast food era of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to jump in. I want to jump in before I forget this, and I'm not really going to forget, but I think this is very relevant. All things are connected, and it all goes back to source. Even when we start talking about drumming, and we're talking about drumming and beatboxing, beatboxing is the same as drumming. I don't know if y'all remember what they used to call the hand bone when we used to do the tap. We used to tap on, you tap
Yeah.
on your the hand bone in the chest. You know
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also a form of beatboxing because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
using your home body to make sound. And when you think about it, every beat that has been created has to start off with some form of beatboxing because it had to start in your mind. In most cases, me being a drummer, an avid drummer, and love drums and everything like that, thinking about every beat that I've actually played, I had to listen to it and create it in my head, and it has to be a rhythm. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Drumming, no matter how you do it, it's a form of beatboxing from the start because you have to feel it. And it's a zone that you get in. It's a trance that you get in. Just like when the ancients used to play the drums, they used to play the drums and even drums with they make music and with the vocals and even beatboxing, they made certain sounds that they could bring the rain, they could stop the rain, they could bring the sun, they could control the weather with that. They could speak to God. That's how we communicated. Everything is connected, man. And when we talk about beatboxing, we are everybody is a beatbox. If you're still alive, you're a beatboxer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and now I know, brother D Mosier, you could probably hit on this a little bit more. I because I forgot the term behind it, but I know you know everybody has their own vibration and whatnot, and when it's dealing with the heart, you know, it's a certain vibration that is constantly being sent out. Is there any information that you can might want to shed light with the people about that?
That could be a whole thing in general. I can tell you for any particular vibrations, and the only reason why I really started getting into it was the quantum biofeedback, where they can measure the type of frequencies, the hertz, and everything that everything resonates with for the energetics going up and down. So that's in itself. I can't tell you off head, but I can tell you that it's been known for like this for a very long time, because you notice a majority of our organs are named after instruments, or they resonate with certain instruments. Well, your heartbeat, your do vocal cords, your cerebellum, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, it resonates at a particular way. And I'm like, man, I ain't never think of it that way. You know what I mean? So that's a whole talk in itself. That's something I'm still versing myself with in general, especially with these other certifications that I'm doing as well, brother. And might I add, Brother Theo, that was beautifully put together, like you had just said. That brought it home, brother.
Yes, sir.
Gratitude. I just came off. It was just a thought, and it came to me. I thought I would share that. Just another little something too. We do therapy, even like with the tapping on your heart and the tapping on certain things in your body. We are a human beatbox again ourselves. We can actually heal ourselves with beats, tapping on your body, your thyroids and things like that. You can certain things that you can do to your body to help your body expedite healing processes, or even initiate healing. Do y'all hear that in the background? Y'all hear that noise? Them cicadas, man. They making beats right now. They're making music right now, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they make a lot of it too. I can tell you that. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Our bodies are instruments, and we are instruments of the Creator, and we have the ability to do anything we want, and we can do it. Pretty much, it starts in the heart and the brain and the spirit.
Mm-hmm. You're definitely right. But yeah, go back to it as well, brother. Knight. Yeah, you are right about that, because I even think about that. I'm like, I don't have them right here, but tuning forks, the certain tone, and
Yeah.
from the root to the heart, all the way up when you start getting into the thyroid, throat chakra, and up. You know what I mean? Of course, higher up, the smaller it is. Ding! Down to the root, the thicker one. You have to forgive me for what hertz it is. Boom. And you put it there on a lot, especially on the heart or however else, and you can feel that vibration, how it balance out. And then as well, then you include it with the breathing, especially what you had said, Brother Theo. I ain't gonna lie, you can feel it when it go up sometime, boy. That can throw you in a whole nother world, boy. You know what I mean? So, but you're exactly right, brother. I wish I had more information right here in front of me to showcase, but y'all are right.
It's I think it's in Tai Chi, martial arts. Echoing off of what you was talking about, Brother Theo, on certain points and whatnot. I do know, especially with your hand, you can just rub a certain part of your hand, and it can send a vibration all the way through your body and everything, and there's other points that's on us that we can tap into, like you said, you can heal yourself.
Yes, sir. You definitely can. 100%. As a collective, wholeheartedly with everything, to bring that body to the whole homeostasis, from the spiritual to the mental to the emotional to the physical. When you combine all those things together, that can bring that body to that natural homeostasis, that harmony with nature. And man, I'm gonna tell you, it's a beautiful feeling, man. You get almost wholly enlightened with things like that when your body's that way. That's a beautiful feeling, brother. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm. I just want to throw this out there too. If there are any beatboxers out there that are watching, or to get an opportunity to watch this video, send a message to us. We would love to hear some of your skills, some of your craft, and appreciate what you do. So drop a message on the comments, email, or some type of way to contact. so we can listen to what you got. All is welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because like I said, it's so many of y'all, and I don't want to pick one, or you know what I mean. So whoever's listening, watching, and everything, hey, I salute y'all, because like I'm saying, man, especially if you gotta get up there and you got like a 30-minute or a 45-minute music set that you got to do, man. You man, listen. I know the first time when me and my rap partner, we did a 30-minute set. We was gassing after 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if a person actually beatboxing, for 30 minutes, or give or take or whatnot, but it's like, man, so salute to you, because you definitely got your win for sure.
Yes, sir.
Fact. Big facts. You got to be big-winded to do that, man. That's a skill. That's a skill and a gift. And you hone in on that craft to be able to breathe and get those beats out, and just, I mean, that's a gift, man. It's a gift, and it's definitely something that has to be skilled at. So big respect to all the beatboxers from the past, and the beatboxers in the present, and the beatboxers in the future. Keep on beating, man.
Yes, sir.
Oof.
Yes, sir. Well, my brothers, to all of our brothers and our sisters that's out here watching, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap this up on YouTube, because a couple of things we got to holler on the back end and everything. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up on YouTube. Hey, gratitude number one. Gratitude to all y'all brothers, brother Jonathan, brother D Mosier, brother Theo, brother GJ. Like I said, his spirit is here. Trust and believe that one. His spirit is definitely here. Gratitude to all of y'all. Gratitude to everybody that's tuning in, everybody that's listening, everybody that's rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy this one, because hell, a lot of y'all gotta go to work tomorrow, so y'all can replay this over and over and over and over and get it. And matter of fact, we talking about beatboxing, right? Well, we need y'all to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Now, why do everybody always say that? And the spirit then broke something down to me about a couple of weeks ago, and I said, "Damn!" I said, "I never thought about that." And I was like, it's like right there in front of your face." But they have this thing called the algorithm. So we need y'all to go ahead and get it put in the algorithm, so we can be on beat and y'all can be on beat.
That man came up with something on the
Off the top of my head right there.
Yeah. Hey, that was up, man. I was just like, oh yeah, so it ain't like. But I appreciate everybody for the support. I really do. I mean, we all do. You know what I mean? So let's continue to get this thing moving and grooving. You know what I mean, everybody?
Yes, sir. Brother Theo, brother Jonathan, anything y'all want to finish saying to the people, shout outs, and anything like that?
I mean, same stuff I've been saying, you feel me? If you want to check me out, my Instagram is aye.jonev. Y'all could always go listen to my music. And yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming through, for listening to the podcast, man. It's big ups to y'all. I say.
Sure.
Bro. All right, everybody, y'all stay safe out there. Don't do too much out here now.
Yeah, don't get too drunk.
Peace to the goddesses, peace to the earth, and peace to the soul tribe. It's metaphysics and music, baby.
Jeez, metaphysics and music, family. All right, peace. Stay up. Peace and love.
Peace.
Peace.